Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Pat DeBear here. It is Thursday night, and that means it is time for the Small Business Spotlight. This is our once a week spotlight on a small business within the LGBTQIA community. And before we get into tonight's episode, just as I always do, I always want to thank everybody that has tuned in, not just for the Small Business Spotlight over the past couple of months, but for our Monday night and our Wednesday night digital game nights. They've been a ton of fun. If you have not done so, do me a huge, huge favor and follow our Twitch and our Facebook page, or not, I'm sorry, not our Facebook page, our Twitch and our YouTube channel. For some reason, everything is running a little slower on my computer today. I apologize if it's seeming a little jittery. That is all on me. But if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. You'll get notified when we go live. And if you are on Twitch, we are only 12 followers away from hitting our goal of affiliate. So if you have not done so already, please do me a huge favor and click that follow button over there. All right, let's get that. There we go, off the screen. All right, so tonight's show, I met this gentleman a year, what are we, in August now? A little over a year ago when I was in Chicago hosting a Bear Bust event at one of the favored local watering holes, the Sofo Tap, and reconnected through a mutual friend of ours, Jaden, Pup Zerberus. I feel like this is the point in the show where I just, give him a plug because he has helped set up a bunch of these interviews. So in chatting with him, I remembered, hey, we have met before, and I'm super excited to show off his products and get to chat with him a little bit. So I would like at this point to welcome to the Small Business Spotlight. This is Macho. What's going on, Macho? How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. You are down in Arizona, correct?
Yeah.
Oof, we were talking before we went live, and it is how hot is it down there?
So it's right now 111, and right now my garage is 90 degrees.
Oh, see, that's I never thought I would ever say, "Oh, 90 sounds a lot more comfortable," but
Yeah.
when the temperature outside is 111, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Difference. Every degree makes a difference.
I
Like,
I could only imagine.
yeah.
I will, if I ever come to visit, I'm staying inside or in the pool, one of the two. So you're sporting your own apparel, and I love it. You were showing off the goods. So
So
tell,
why not?
hey, I'm not mad about it. So tell us about Universal Bear Designs. How did it come about? How did you get started in designing and creating your own line?
Honestly, it started over there in Chicago. I went to casting and forging classes up in by the backside of Jackhammer, and they taught me a lot of the stuff of processing of all the process and how to get to it. Um, I learned a lot of it. I realized that I can cut some of that process in half because and since of my my bachelor in architecture, I know rendering software and programming software, so I just basically 3D modeled the pendants to this and research manufacturers that can do it for me, just at least half the process. So they just send me the product almost made, and I just do the finishing touches. And since then, it's been. I always wanted to work on my own firm, my own company, like to make it. I don't know, make something to change the world or something that marks and inspires the world. Really, not just like it's just a plain product. I want to inspire like positivity and good energy. Really.
I love it. I love it. Your designs all tend to have a bit of that elemental or spiritual kind of tone to it. Like the tank that you're wearing, which is part of your line. Those are more air symbols, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the Celtic elemental air symbol.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
the sigil that's around it is the horn god sigil that it's part of my spirituality that I bring into my work. It's about being basically free, be sexual, being horny and happy, and being positive of the world, really. And this is how I aspire to my gods, my beliefs, and how I like making these things and by showing my positivity and like showing these things off to the world and hopefully bringing some good energy to the world makes it better, hopefully.
I love
And
it.
that with different products, not just like sure.
Yeah. No, and that was one of the things that I think the most surprised about when I went to your website, which for those that are watching at home, and actually I always forget to do this. This is one of the things that I forget to do. For those of you that are watching along with us live, hello, hi. Hope that you are all having a great day. But if you have any questions or comments or want to even just say hi to Macho, put them into the comments, and any questions that you have, we can answer them while we're doing the show live. But I'm going to put up the website here for people to be able to go check out. Um, I had seen some of the pieces, and originally I thought, oh, okay, well it's jewelry. Like I thought, okay, cool. There are the pieces, which is part of the line. Which obviously you're wearing one of your pendants. But I think the thing that I kind of was that took me back at first was like, oh, there's also apparel. You know, there's all the different categories. You've got the decor, you've got the leather hardware. So
Like
it's
this,
that.
like that kind of people, like just posters too. You name it. I'm starting to do more things. Like I'm just about to do a coffee table. So
That's
about to
awesome. I
about to
it,
pick a
the
coffee cup.
coasters were really cool. Like the fact that they're like light up coasters.
Yeah,
I was
it,
like, all right.
magical like feel and also party feel. Like it's just they look white. They're normal white, and they just turn like completely. They turn color. They just depending
that
on or on the sun. Just leave it on the window and it'll just charge up, really. And then it's just party at night and I guess classy in the day.
I
I
love
want
it.
something like that brings two worlds together. I like that. It's just trying to like bring. It's like it's bringing a little bit down the spiritual side and bringing a little bit the gay side and the straight world. It's trying to make it like similar to everything, so everybody will kind of like it. You know, whichever aspect it comes from. Like it,
Yeah, it's finding that overlap for everybody. That's awesome. So, what inspires you to put these pieces together to do these like the coffee table or these coasters? Is there something? Is there like so? I know that you bring your spirituality and you bring that into it. Do you find
I
things in like everyday life that kind of guide you into new things to make?
I learned different languages, like different ancient languages, like Greek and all these Greek, runic, Theban. That's the magical language. So all these kind of these different like mythologies and cultures, they inspire me like every day because I'm constantly like researching, constantly doing like not researching. It's like really getting to know more of my gods and getting to know this culture. And so more I dive into, I want to bring back that vibe that we had before, and like but bring it into a contemporary minimalist view, like that would appease anybody that it's just oh that thing's pretty but it has some background to it and you want to get to know more of it just by asking me or just by researching a little bit more about what that symbol means or what that like a Celtic knot. I've been thinking about honestly putting Celtic knots on my tables, the nightstands that I'm making right now. It's a process because definitely it's a learning curve, but I'm getting there. So soon you'll be seeing more. decor pieces that are inspired by these different mythologies that inspire me like everyday life to actually like my gods kind of inspire me to keep on going and keep on working and keep on creating it's like a mere way of honoring them. It's kind of a way of like helping myself at the same time. Like it's and at the same time helping other people. Like it's
No, and that's awesome, especially this year with everything that's going on and so many
yeah.
people going through so much stuff. That's fantastic to hear other people that are really trying to find ways to inspire and help people through that. So a quick shout out, a little hello to our friend Archimedes over on Twitch. Uh, he was part of our game night last night, and I was talking about doing this interview, and he was very excited to tune in and watch today. And then we have a question from Aram over here, and he's asking about the inspiration of the wolf symbol. What is the inspiration of the wolf symbol to you, and do you consider yourself a wolf?
Well, which wolf symbol are you talking about? That depends. There's I mean the pendant. This one. There's this one that you're talking about. It's been real wolf, and like most of my pendants, they're based on the dog mythologies of like basically the spirit animals of the gods. Like they're the partner that was always there guarding them. Like Hecate has a raven, and let's see, the Fenrir is the wolf of the underworld. He's the one that is to take on and destroy, bring on Ragnarok. Like he's trying to destroy the world, but people don't see it. People see him as an evil dog. People don't see him as actually what he was or what he's meant to be, like just a guard dog of the world. Like and for example, my Anubis pendant, it's my Egyptian Canaan pendant. It's based on Anubis, like another dog, like dog shaped god. Actually, that he was also seen as Wepawet. That's his different name. Like there were these dogs that were completely black and had also wings. They're bird animals, basically. So again, like I said again, all these animals that are based on guard dogs mythologies, and how I'm bringing that into like light instead of seeing these as evil dogs. They're actually just cute and cuddly and big dogs. That's all.
So, do you consider yourself a wolf? Like, so I know that the line
No, I
is
don't
you're.
consider myself. That's the answer question. I'm just I'm just a growing pup. That's all. I
Oh.
do fall though, but that's different.
uh, so what are some things that you have? So you're talking about the coffee tables that you're going to be working on. Do you have things like? Do you have in your mind things that you want to do over the next, let's say 6, 8, 12 months,
Well,
or do you start to get inspiration as you go?
I actually designs just on the computer going on and on. Like I have plans to the end of 10 years probably. Like I have something this year. I'm hoping to get my coffee tables, nightstands, um, almost some actually like some decor like this. Well, this again is like I would do this to all sorts of tables. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
Then you can just hang it on the wall, and at night it just does its magic. You can change its color, whatever you want. Red,
That's awesome.
party mode.
I love it. I love the fact that they're. I love the fact that you, because of your background.
What? Oh, goes my
Oh,
back.
I love that because of your background, you really are. It's not just, oh, okay, let me just focus on this one thing, um, and that there are all of these different ways that you're incorporating your background and the things that are important to you and into making all of these creative like items. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and yet again, I actually I get inspired by clients and other people too. Like I just got inspired to do I have a Thor pendant coming, like a Thor hammer pendant coming, and I'm designing it right now. But I got inspired by a girl from London on my Etsy store that she wanted something. She wanted a custom design on it, and inspired. She wanted a Thor hammer on the wolf pendant that I have here, and she inspired me to make another pendant, a core pendant, out of her like spirituality. Because she was talking to me to about the union of Thor and Fenrir and how it's her very beautiful like just backstory. She just inspired me to do this pendant. So again, that's how pendants get to be made from me nowadays. Because right now my head is like I have a couple projects still. Like I have still this to epoxy, like this Celtic bear claw. It's going to be epoxy by low resin. So it'll be UV.
Wow.
So I've been waiting for the pigment to come in because delivery UPS. I don't know what's going on, but everything's been like delayed again, and everything's just more delayed with my stuff too. So it's slow because of that, but it's also slow because another small learning curve.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's awesome though. That's a beautiful piece, and I love seeing the glow items because it adds a whole different layer to the pieces than what you
Right.
just see.
It just gives you a different like you see, and when it's at night, it's a different thing. It kind of a different thing. Like it appeases you two different ways. You know? That's my whole spiel, really. And, I do have I will also show you my piece. It's I'm babying this coffee table slab that I just slab. I can bring it in, but very careful.
So first off, I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, Bear Ronce, who's watching. She was loving the Celtic pieces just before, but so if you could, so like, and obviously I know that you've got lots of designs that are in your head. If time, if cost, materials, all of that was no issue, what would be like the one big thing? Oh, somebody's home, huh?
That's the post office guy, actually. Yeah, I think I have to give him like the package that sure. Give me a quick second.
All right, we'll get. You gotta love on live television. Macho is gonna go get the postman, and who knows, maybe well, hopefully he'll be back shortly, and it won't be a fun postman visit. But if you have any questions for Macho, if you have any, I want to go through while he's getting that taken care of. You've got his website is right on the screen, universalbearwear.com. You can also go check him out on Facebook at Universal Bear Designs, facebook.com/Universal Bear Designs. And then right now, he doesn't have the Twitter up and running with all this stuff yet, but because of the fact that Facebook likes to be a little, conservative with what you can show and whatnot, and because a lot of his designs and the models are very wolf-tastic, if you will, you'll see them on the page and on the website. Go follow his Twitter, which will be have some very, very fun stuff in the not too distant future, and that's at Bear Universal. And it looks like he is back, so I will get him back on the screen. Hello, hello.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Trust me, I understand. When I was living back in Orlando, whenever there was somebody at the door, my pups would go crazy. So I completely get it.
I'm still controlling that, but like again, he's been cooped up for the past 3 or 4 days here with just me to play with, and me working all the time. He doesn't. I tell him no. So he's a needy puppy right now. He's 10 months old too. So
Listen, there's nothing wrong with needy puppies.
oh, I love him. I love him. Right? Cyrus. Okay.
Oh,
There you go. Sorry. Sorry. Well, Cyrus is another person that I have an actually pendant made out of the Sporosaurus. Like I made pendants also for these for dogs that just want to have a little class. Actually, come here. Come here. Come here.
oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the puppy.
Come here. Oh, good.
Oh my goodness.
My best friend.
Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
No, he's super big. He's 75 pounds.
Oh my goodness. Well, my bulldog is roughly about 70 pounds, and he does not like getting picked up at all.
Yeah, he likes it. He wags his tail like, I love this. You give me attention. I'm like,
And now he's like, Daddy, you put me down. What's going
yeah.
on?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, right.
Um,
He's like, this is not in my contract.
so this is the pendant I made for him. All my pendants are dual, so they have the back side and the front side. Like, this is the front side,
Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous.
and that's the back side. So
Oh,
this is based on the horned moon goddess of the different moon goddess. But the front is based on Osiris. That's the Osiris symbol, astrology symbol.
that's phenomenal.
So depending on your mood. So this is more, like I say, this is like classy mood. I'm ready to go morning mood. That's what I say.
That's fantastic. So I know that we were talking about it a little bit before, but maybe you can do a little bit more of an explanation. We have a question from Beronce, who's been loving the work and thinks your puppy is adorable. But Beronce is wanting to know if you do custom work.
Yeah, that's the big deal of like my company actually. Sorry, that's I make any kind of custom pen that you can think of, like custom scratch. I do orders like that. Like anybody, like I said, if anybody has an idea or has something in mind and want to work with me, like go ahead, let's do something for you. Like obviously it's hard to, but it's finding that unique like thing that makes you you and that makes you pendants and apparel make you feel good. And I want that feeling. Like that confidence, sexy feeling that you have. Like this pen makes me strong. Like or like it just mounted as fuck. Or this shirt makes me like nice and slim, you know. Or like it just makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
Like stuff that I wear, like this stuff I wear, like all this is because it has a spiritual aspect to it. I anoint my jewelry. It's filled with my own personal power. And so when I actually work on pendants, I'm putting my own work, my own personal power into it. So I'm already putting like an enchantment of positivity towards you because I'm focused on you. And just and my custom work is especially for that. Like the custom lid pieces I do, they're just right now I'm working a headboard piece for a client of mine that wants a headboard wall art, and it's big based on Thomas Flynn and the wolf. They want something together that combines the wolf and Thomas Flynn. So working on that right now. So if you have an idea for anything that you want in your house or just to wear, I'm there for it. Like do something. Like,
Is the easiest way for them to get in contact through universalbearwear.com, or is there a better way to put custom orders in?
Because I read for like actually custom piece, like I would suggest to my Instagram profile.
Okay.
But you can also contact me on my page, and I will email you back. But it just would take longer because emails, I have tons of emails, you know, like everybody does. So to get a glimmer of that is harder. So if somebody direct messages me, I'll instantly get it. Like I'm always trying to talk to my clients. I always like to get to know the person before. If you don't even know anything, like let's figure it out. Like,
what is your Instagram? That was the one thing I was trying to find and I couldn't find what's the Instagram for people to reach out to you?
At Universal Bear underscore designs.
That's it. Okay. I was Googling it, and Google was not being cooperative.
I also have like my Etsy store, which is like the pendants, and then the Universal Bearwear is it's starting to be like will be the main website where all my things are coming, but slowly because I have two stores and I'm managing so many things right now. Like I like to have things separate. Most of my decor pieces are going to be in Etsy, like that I just solely make. But if somebody does a custom piece, like just holler at me.
Nice, very nice. So I put that up. So you at Universal Bear underscore designs. So like our friend Berante Bear was saying that she is going to definitely be in touch because she is
Great.
loving all of the pieces that you were
I love
showing. So that's phenomenal.
I love making pendants. I'm serious because doing this normal, like if a normal order sends me, I'm like, great, it's fun. And somebody puts like a name or something, or at least like some personal touch, I get even happier because not just because of money, but it's because I actually get to know a little bit more of the person that's buying it, and just maybe it gives me some inspiration, and it makes it more special that I'm doing it for her.
I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. Not a lot of people put that kind of energy into the pieces that they're making, and especially and if you go to places and it's mass produced,
Yeah, this month
then
they're like, I guess it was just made in some factory. I guess I like this.
no. So to hear you talk about how much of yourself and your energy that you put into it, that makes it even that much more special to know that these pieces are really cared about being made by the person that's sending it to you. So that's fantastic. I love it. So before the postman got there, so my question was that if time and materials and all that was not an issue, you had all of the materials at your disposal. What would be the one thing that you would want to make the most? Is there something in your head that you already have that you're like, you know what, if I had the time and the money to get this stuff, like this is what I would make, or like is there a dream piece?
Well, honestly, this is just the beginning. I actually have a goal of mine to actually become an architect, like the designer and an architect that does different kinds of traits. My company wants to do these kind of different things: metalwork, woodwork, apparel, like, and now I want to do interior design. Like, I've been doing interior design the sidewalk. And I've been doing decor pieces. So I eventually do want to make maybe a resort for all the LGBTQ community. That is like that big deal is like making a space that is full of positive energy and sexual energy. No carefree environment, no drama, no shit. Like you come in, come out, like it's just a space to retreat. It doesn't have to be sexual. It's place to I want to make a place that it's welcoming and inviting, like a kind of resort kind of deal. That it's isolated from everywhere. That's my big goal of mine to actually make that place a reality.
I love that. It sounds like
And of course, like all my inspirations, like they'll be very pagan-ish, or based on gods, like bringing sexuality to like the highest and bringing like freedom and positivity. I just want to create that space. Like when you feel that in the club too, like I want to create places like that, like with that vibe, like happy vibe, you know?
I, that's awesome. I love that. So, so you mentioned uh, the sexuality and the spirituality and all of that being an inspiration. Um, the gentlemen's that you have modeling your apparel and all of that on the website are quite woofy and very attractive, not unlike yourself. Where are these part of your family? Like where do these gentlemen come from that are modeling your apparel and jewelry on your website?
they live nearby. Those are Dusty and one is my roommate. Dozer and this, and actually my pack brother. So like, Dozer is my boyfriend, but also husband to Dusty, who is who that they live together. So we have a kind of three-way relationship where me and Dusty are best friends. Nothing sexual in between us, but we still respect each other. We still have fun with our partner. The main business. It just enhances things. So then I met them like 2 years ago, and really, honestly, I moved here to be closer to them and to actually expand this company. Because in Chicago, I only had the space to do maybe a little bit of jewelry, and I'm just like, I don't have the finances enough to bring up the business in the city. I had to move, so I moved. Besides other reasons, but we don't skip
That's a whole different show. That's a whole different show.
that. But
uh, so I'm excited. I'm glad that we got to chat about Universal Bear Designs. Before we sign off for the evening, is there anything that in particular that you'd want to let the viewers know about, or anything that you want to put out there that they should know about that's coming up for you?
I think this coffee table piece and this dirt ball, I'm gonna finish it this week. This week, hopefully this week when temperature is better, because the pouring right now is we're at boxing right now. The temperature is pretty bad, and it can crack up and fuck up your work. And the coffee is really hard to come by. Well, not hard to come by, it's like pretty expensive. So this piece and oh, beautiful, beautiful. That I just plane down the levels. But soon I'll talk table in. I have some pendants coming up are a little slightly different, but hopefully, hopefully it's good. I actually have also a giveaway contest coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. That I'll be giving away three things, like a shirt, probably one of my decor pieces, or probably a custom pendant made for you. I'm still deciding whether. I might just make it a choice. Like, you want this decor piece or a custom pendant made for you as a gun pack. So stay tuned for that giveaway, guys. Great.
Oh, I love that. Is that going to be? Where is the best place to keep up to date with all of that stuff? Should they follow you on Instagram and Facebook?
Instagram and Facebook, and you should subscribe to Puppy Play TV. He's gonna be doing the giveaway. They buy 80s. His name 80s.
Well, I'm trying to type quickly. Let's. Oh, it helps if I spell it correctly. You said puppyplay.tv?
Puppy Play TV.
Puppy Play TV? Is it? Okay. Put that up there so that way people can see that on the screen as well. That sounds fantastic. So make sure that you're following Macho and Universal Bear Designs on all of the social medias. Go to the website, check out the Etsy store. I didn't have the banner made for the Etsy store link, but
just search for Universal Bear Designs and be fine.
That's a whole bunch of stuff came up. Yeah, I saw the Etsy link and everything. I was like, you know what? It's a little bit easier if I just go through and do the basic ones. But universalbearwear.com. You check out the stuff on Facebook. There may be some a little bit more risque photos coming to the Twitter, which right now doesn't have much, but you can go and follow. And then that way, once the photos start popping up, they'll be on your feed already. You don't have to go and search for it later. Go follow now and thank us later.
Then you'll forget.
And then remember, if you want to talk to Macho about a custom piece or anything that you saw today or anything, if you just want to say hello and that you enjoy his work, send him a
Yeah.
direct message at universalbear_designs on Instagram, and then make sure that you keep an eye out for the giveaway that he's going to be doing, because I will be, because those decor pieces are sick. I love them. So um, I think that covers everything. I'm glad that we got a chance to chat. I'm glad that you're keeping yourself sane and well during all
This
of
book is
this.
keeping me sane. Yeah, this is keeping me sane. It's keeping me something to do. I look at like I came to this house. I'm suffering, but like with finances, but I'm trying to work it still. I'm not giving up. Like that's not about me. I don't give up just because finances are stressing. Like, fuck it, and continue.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I'm glad that we got to meet your puppy. He is adorable. Eh,
Thanks.
oh well, and I mean, and you, but whole different pup, whole different pup. Uh, so we look forward to seeing more of Universal Bear Designs. For those of you watching, make sure that you are following on all of the socials. Go Google Universal Bear Designs and get the Etsy store link, and just be sure to show Macho some love, and go give some likes and all that. And until next time, we'll be back on Monday for Digital Game Night. Next Wednesday for Digital Game Night with Chrissy and myself as hosts. And unfortunately, for the time being, our last Small Business Spotlight is going to be next Thursday night, because I start a new job next week.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
excited for that. I'm excited.
Great.
But we're probably going to have to after next week, put the Small Business Spotlight on a little bit of a hiatus. So I'm glad that I was able to get you on, Macho, before all
Thank
of this
you.
changed. And yeah, so for those of you watching, thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button or the follow button if you're over on Twitch. And until next time, have a good night, y'all.